Good day everyone. Today we are going to talk to you about translation equivalence depends on Mona Baker. Our presentation will be in three parts. Firstly, I'm going to tell you the Mona Baker's theory about translation equivalence and the first type of translation equivalence. Then my partner we are going to tell you about the second type of translation equivalence. Finally, my last partner we are going to tell you the third type of translation equivalence. According to Mona Baker's 1989 in her book In Other Words, a course book on translation acknowledges that equivalence can usually be obtained to some extent, but is influenced by a variety of linguistic and cultural factors and is therefore always relative. She outlines five types of translation equivalence. They are equivalence at word levels, equivalence above word level, grammatical equivalence, textual equivalence, and pragmatic equivalence. But Baker's concept of translation equivalence is discussed most elaborately in this final project, which is focused on the strategies used by the translator based on the classification word, above word, and grammatical level equivalence. Types of translation equivalence. First, equivalence at word level. Adopting the building blocks approach in translating the first consideration if the equivalence at word level because a translator starts analyzing and exploring the meaning of words as a single unit in the source language. Bollinger and Sirs, as quoted by Becker, define word as the smallest unit of language that can be used by itself. Now we are going to the example. One word may contain several elements of meaning in it. For example, a word such as rewrite. There are two distinct elements of meaning in it, re and write, which re is mean to doing again and write means write or in bahasa is menulis. So, rewrite is to write again. Example 2. There is no one-to-one correspondence between orthographic word elements of meaning within or across language. For instance, bawang putih in Indonesia is written in one word, garlic in English. And semangka in Indonesia is written in two words, watermelon in English.
Okay, now I will continue about the equivalent about word level. Besides having individual meaning, words almost always occur in the company of other words to construct meaning. Because of the different lexical patterning of source language and target language, translators usually find difficult in translating. And then lexical patterning deals with collocation and idioms and fixed expression. What is the collocation and idioms? Okay, I will tell you about the collocation first. Idioms. As a baker said, translation is an exciting art. Idioms, more than any other feature of language, demands our translator be not only accurate but highly sensitive to theoretical nuance of the language. And it means, unlike collocation, which are allow several variation in forms, idioms, and fixed expression allow no variation under normal circumstances. The variations under normal circumstances, for example, fixed expressions such as all the best, as a matter of fact, and ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, everybody, thank you for your attention until here. I'm the third speaker, Fabiola Mirandes Naga, and in this section, I wanna explain you about grammatical equivalence. Okay, before I explain, that my friend have been explained to you about this material from some expert, especially from for the definition. So now I wanna continue the definition from Becker. So, Becker defines that grammar as the set of rules which determines the way in which units such as word and phrase can be combined in a language and the kind of information which has to be made regularly explicit in the utterance. So, grammatical structure are different across the language. It is why the translator encounters difficulties in finding the direct equivalents in target language. This lack of grammatical categories often result in some changes in the information in the target language, aiding or omitting information. Becker focuses on 5 grammatical categories in which the translator often encounters problems. They are number, gender, person, tense and aspect, and the last is voice. So now I want to continue. The next material is textual equivalence. In here, Brown and Yule in 1983, in page 6, as cited by Becker, define text as the verbal record of communicative events. It is an instant of language in use rather than language an abstract system of meaning and relation, right? So, text is a main body of books as distinct from notes. So, the translator focuses on analyzing and exploring a source text in a purpose of concerning to reveal the target text, which equal in the value of the text, actually. So, that's why textual equivalence refers to the equivalence between the source text and the target text, emphasizing the information and the cohesion. So that's all our presentation today. That's all our presentation about this material. We hope you enjoy our video and you can understand what we have explained before, and we say thank you.